you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. This is our last digital learning lab, and I think it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I think this one's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, we've had a ton of fun this summer. I feel like we've learned all kinds of new things with all of our different people that have done little presentations, but we wanted to end the summer DLL on something a little more fun. So we're going to show you some ways that you can get creative with Google. So
looks really exciting.
Are you ready for this?
I'm so ready.
All right, so we are getting creative with Google today, and we're going to use two different tools to show you. We're going to use something called Auto Draw, and we're also going to use something called Quick Draw. Okay, both of these are super fun, and we are going to kind of go through that today. But in order to do that, I'm going to give you a couple of little tips that'll help you while you are watching with us. So I'm going to go live to our friends that did this last week. If you did not see this last week, you need to go back and watch the replay of it because it was super cute. And they taught you all about some digital detective agency stuff about how to be a good digital citizen. So
yeah, I really enjoyed it too, Ms. Hames, because I learned things that were fact and fiction.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, so they definitely need to go back and take a look at that and some other ones that they've had throughout the summer. So if you want to watch with us, there's a couple little tips. Okay, if you were on YouTube, of course, you would just hit play.
Digital Learning Lab, just a couple tips while.
And I can pause. Okay, I can also take this little circle and I can scrub backwards if I need to rewind. I can also catch back up. If I need to, I can come over here also to the settings. And the settings, I can change the playback speed. So I can make it slower or faster depending on how you like to hear the person talk. And that'll help you also if you get behind and you need to catch up, you can speed us up a little bit. But the most important thing I want to show you is how to get picture-in-picture. So on your YouTube video, if you right-click on that and then right-click a second time, you're going to see picture-in-picture. And when you click on picture-in-picture, it's going to bring down a little tiny image of the video right here. Okay, this tab needs to stay open up here at the top because that's what's showing this here, but you can also come up here and click on the plus sign and open a brand new tab so that you can follow along with us as we go through. Just make sure not to close this tab because then you will lose your whole thing. Okay, if you are ready to go back to full screen, you just click on the little full screen button and you will be brought back. Okay, so that is there for you, just a couple little tips. But what we're going to be talking about today is something super fancy. We're going to be talking about artificial intelligence. I bet you've heard of that before, something called AI. Have you heard of that, Ms. Johnson?
I have heard about it, but now that we've been doing this, I really am getting a better understanding of it because it's interesting how that artificial intelligence the computer has the ability to think and learn what we are doing just based on things that we do over and over again, and it starts to mimic what we're doing. Pretty cool, and it will guess what we're doing.
I think that's kind of scary, actually, that it's able to guess and think what we're doing, which is, it's cool and scary all at the same time. But at Google, they do a lot of experiments with things that they can kind of practice. So they have quite a few AI experiments that are pretty awesome. So we're just going to show you a couple of those today, but there's a lot out there that you can also explore about some of these different artificial intelligence experiments that they're doing, teaching you how quickly a computer program can learn what you're trying to do. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started. So I think that Ms. Johnson is ready to share with us something pretty cool.
I sure am. I'm very excited to share this. But even before we get started, I'm going to make sure that you kind of know what we're doing over here. So you should see us right here, and we're going to watch this short little video.
Think about all the stuff you can do on your phone. You can get directions, translate stuff, make movies. You can check your pulse, start your car, see Earth from outer space, power a satellite. No, really, your phone has enough power to put a man on the moon. Now, use your phone to draw a moon. Exactly. Your phone can help you do anything fast. It just can't help you draw something simple fast. Think about it. If you're not a designer and you want to make a quick party flyer, where do you even go for that? You'd probably have to download some app or buy a design program. So a few of us at Google created AutoDraw. It's a drawing tool for the rest of us. AutoDraw pairs the magic of machine learning with drawings from talented artists to help you draw stuff fast. Say you want to make your friend a poster for her birthday. You'd go to the AutoDraw site from your phone or computer, and you'd start doodling something that sort of looks like a cake. The AutoDraw suggestion tool then guesses your doodle, and you pick a cake you like. And you can do this with all kinds of drawings. Flowers, dolphins, socks, furniture for a new living room layout, a bike for an event poster, a giraffe on a house in the sky for no good reason. You could make a coloring book. And your aunt can sketch out her weird dreams. You can
Oh no.
Well, that looked really cool.
also draw without the help of the AutoDraw suggestion tool. So you can doodle in meetings, play tic-tac-toe, sketch a stranger at a bus stop, yada yada yada. With AutoDraw, there's nothing to download, nothing to buy, and it works anywhere. It works on your phone, your computer, your old laptop, your new laptop, dusty desktops, and fancy tablets. So no matter who you are or where you are, with AutoDraw you can draw anything fast. AutoDraw, fast drawing for everyone.
Wow, what did you think of that, Miss Hames?
That looks amazing because I don't know about you, but I am not the best drawer. So the fact that it can kind of think like, I think you're trying to draw something and then just make it for me sounds very exciting.
Same, I agree with you. So we're gonna get started, and the first website we're gonna go to is AutoDraw. So I'm gonna go up here at the top, and I'm gonna go ahead and click on the tab. And once you type in autodraw.com, you're going to get this nice little landscape over here. But over here to the left, these are going to be tools that will assist you along the way. Because remember, we're going to try to use some AI here to kind of help assist us. So if you notice up here, this is your select tool, but right underneath is your AutoDraw. So when I click on it, it turns black. And then if I want to do a freehand draw, if I'm really a good artist, which I know I'm not, I draw stick people. Maybe Miss Hames is better than me. And then you could also add some text, and you could do some fill color, and you can add some shapes, and then you can choose colors using the color palette. So we're going to get started because it's some simple tools, but with these simple tools, we can make some pretty cool drawings and doodles and things like that. Because I hear a lot of people are sketching and doodling. Have you heard that, Miss Hames?
I have. I've seen some pretty awesome sketch notes that people have created and even students have created. And what I heard a little quote that said that you remember things better if you are drawing them. It helps you to remember because you're having to kind of visualize what you're hearing and putting it down. Have you heard that before?
I absolutely have. And I do sketch a little bit when I'm taking notes, but they might not be the best, but wow, this thing right here might even help us today. So let's get started. I really don't have an idea of what I should draw. Could you help me out, Ms. Hames?
Well, I do have an idea because when I watched you and Miss Gilpatrick, I think it was in week 1 of the Summer Digital Learning Lab, you guys taught me about all those digital resources that we have. And I found a poem. I don't know if you know this, Miss Johnson, but I really love dogs. I have quite a few dogs of my own. And I found a poem that was about dogs. So I'm thinking maybe I could read you this poem. And as I read you the poem, you can sketch some things to help you kind of think about what this poem's about. And then maybe at the end, you can kind of summarize for me what you learned.
I would love to do that. But one more thing, you noticed on my landscape, like down here at the corner, there's a little, like, it looks like it's kind of colored in like a triangle. I remember we did a Google Drawing thing. Do you remember using Google Drawing? Well, this little thing right here will allow you to size and resize your landscape. So if you need more room, you could just do it here at the corner.
That's great.
I love that.
Yeah, so as you're taking notes, you can stretch it out if you feel like you need more space.
Yeah. Okay, I'm ready to go whenever you are.
All right, so I'm going to kind of read slowly, and then after each stanza, I'm going to pause to give you a chance to catch up with me, okay?
I'm going to use the auto draw. I'm not going to do the freehand. So it's going to kind of predict what I'm trying to draw. And if you're looking up at the top, you might see some of the predictions that the AI won't figure out.
So as you're drawing, it's going to pop up and try to guess what you're drawing. Let's see. All right. So here's my poem. If Dogs Could Talk. And this is by Kirk Mann.
Man, where'd you get that poem?
It came from Scholastic.
Awesome.
Oh, I see things popping up there for you.
I know. Oh, I think I see something. I like it.
That was pretty amazing, because what you first drew, I wasn't quite sure if that was going to turn into a dog. So that's pretty awesome that Google was able to figure out that you were trying to draw a dog.
I know. I like Google.
All right, so here we go. You ready? I'm going to start with
ready.
the first stanza. If dogs could talk, I think our dog would have a lot to say. He'd probably tell my little brother, sit, and now just stay. He'd probably tell my sister, how about an ice cream cone? He'd probably tell my mother, please go get me a big bone. He'd probably tell my father, make a left turn up ahead. He'd probably tell me, kid, tonight I am sleeping in your bed.
That's a cute poem. And I'm
just kind of cute, because I think too, like I always wanted, like I wonder, like what would my dog say? If my dog could actually talk to me, what would he actually say? And as I was reading the poem, I was watching you draw. And I was amazed that it picked up that you were drawing that ice cream cone and the dog bone and the bed. So
and it looks like a bed, huh?
Yes, but I have a question for you.
Okay.
So it looks great, but like the ice cream cone, I don't know if I'd want to eat that ice cream cone. It looks like maybe it's vanilla with chocolate chip.
Okay, so let's look at this. So I'm going to go over to my select, and I'm going to actually select this drawing that I did. And then I'm going to remember we talked about the color palette. Well, I am going to choose maybe, you said chocolate chip. I think I might do like a lemon. Maybe that, but I'm going to go back because I want my cone to be brown, but I want this part to maybe be a different color. So up here's my fill bucket. So if I go up to fill and I choose the flavor of ice cream I want, lemon, and then I click on it, oh, I have lemon flavored ice cream. I'm so excited. Lemon custard might sound pretty good. Okay, so I like what you said, Miss Hames. So I could choose different colors for all of the different drawings I made, huh? So if I wanted to color the dog in, I think I might have, kind of looks like a Dachshund, huh?
Does
okay.
look like a Dachshund.
I have the fill bucket already selected. I can make it a brown dog bone, and then I could color my bed sheets. Let's see. I like pink. What do you think?
That looks good.
Pretty good. So we could add a little bit of pizzazz there. It's not perfect because remember, it's not going to give us detailed things, kind of like in Photoshop or a different type of other app, but this is giving us a simple picture, but it really makes nice drawings because it recognized that by me just simply using the auto draw. I am so impressed.
I love it, but I asked you to summarize it. So could you summarize what my poem was about too?
Okay, just having the drawings here really helps my mind to remember. So I think it's about if dogs could talk, they probably would say, hey, I would like to eat that ice cream, or maybe ask for a dog bone, but really I want to sleep in your bed.
That sounds like exactly right. I wonder if you could use the text tool and add that to that slide. Is that possible?
Okay, let me grab it. It's over to the left. It has the big letter T, and I can just type, and then I start here if dogs could talk. Whoops. Wow,
so I see a ton of uses for this in the classroom because, you know, you could create like a scenery and then you could have to write a little story about it. Or like, you know, I think I've talked about her before, but my daughter who just finished kindergarten, she does not like to write at all, but she loves to draw. So I think if she was able to draw a picture, then it might entice her to write a sentence about that particular picture. So I love this idea. I think that's awesome. So what do you do with that? You have it here in auto draw. How could I get that to my teacher or put that into a slide or something? Is there something else I can do to get that?
You absolutely can. I'm going to go up to the top where the 3 lines are, and like I said, you could either start over, you can size your paper in different sizes, you can download it. So I could actually download this for my teacher as well, and I could share it. If I share it, watch what happens. It's going to prepare to share. And right here, I could copy the link and I could send it to her through an email or some other form of communication. So I really like that part of it. What do you think, Ms. Hames? So all these different ideas and ways to download it there, but there are some drawbacks to this. So like, I can't share it with you. And I know that we've been doing a lot of collaborating. When we did the Google Drawings, you were making things, we were adding colors and things like that. Well, with this one, we really can't do that. We could just simply, whatever I make is what I make. So I can't even go back and edit this once I send this out or download it.
Oh, yeah, that does kind of stink, but I think them being able to make the dog actually look like a dog is totally worth it.
I do too. So hopefully you give this a try because I really love auto draw.
I love it. And I see a lot of uses for that. I mean, for students that are just starting out with drawing, or maybe they don't have the confidence to draw something, this is a great way to be able to come in and create a drawing. So I love it. That's fantastic.
Yes, and I've even seen infographics made, and I've even seen like a life cycle. So there are so many practical ways that you can use this that's very simple and quick. Remember, sometimes when we're drawing, it takes a while, but this gives you a quick way to do something to represent what you're thinking.
Awesome.
So
very cool. I love it. So I want to show you something else that is pretty neat with Google. And this is something that we discovered maybe about a year or 2 ago. And I remember that once I first started like playing with it, I like couldn't stop. It was like, that's all I wanted to do was like keep on trying to play this game. So it's called Quick Draw with Google. What that looks like. So here it is, it's Quick Draw. And what it is kind of reminds me of like Pictionary. Okay, so like, remember when you would play Pictionary and you would draw a card and then you'd have to draw it and somebody would have to guess.
Yes.
And some people are much better at Pictionary than others, but this is what this kind of reminds me of. But what it does is Google will give you a word and then you have to draw it, and then Google's going to try to guess what your drawing is. Okay, so this is something that you could do by yourself. This is something to practice vocabulary, practice your reading. So lots of different things you can do.
So Ms. Hames, you said it says Quick Draw. Is there a reason why it's called Quick Draw? Is there like?
Oh, yes, let me show you. So here it is, okay? This is the Quick Draw, and it'll say down here, let's draw, and it's only gonna give me a certain amount of time to draw these pictures, which is when it gets kind of crazy. So you guys are gonna get to see my drawing skills here in a second, but I'm gonna click on Let's Draw.
Okay.
And then notice, okay, so here it is. I have 20 seconds to draw a raccoon, okay? So please don't laugh at me, Miss Johnson, because I'm going to do the best that I can. But let's see if Google can guess if I can draw this, okay?
You can do it.
All right, here we go. All right, so I'm going to draw.
I see circle. Or snowman. Oh, I know. It's raccoon.
Okay, so that was pretty good. So he got that I was
really good.
It was a raccoon. All
right.
It was
a raccoon.
Okay, so now I have to draw a trombone. All right, so I think about this.
I'm glad you got this one.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so
I see line.
That it's a
or garden
horn.
hose. Oh, I know. It's trombone.
There we go. I didn't even get
that really fast.
And I didn't even get to what I thought was going to help him, which was that, you know, that thing that goes at the bottom of a trombone. That's what I was trying to do. Okay. Oh no. So now I have to draw a squirrel. All right. So here
Don't
we go.
your dogs love squirrels?
Yeah, but I feel like my squirrel is going to look a lot like a raccoon.
Or ear. Or water slide. Or boomerang. Or swan. Oh, I know. It's squirrel.
How in the world?
That's
was terrible.
Awesome.
That was such a bad drawing. Okay, let's see. Now a lion. I got this one. This I can do. All right. So here.
I see circle. Or apple. Or sun. Or curly hair. Oh, I know. It's lion.
Got it. Okay, so it was
You
a
got
lion.
it. Oh
That's
my
pretty
goodness.
good. All right, this one I got. I feel pretty confident in this one. So here we go.
I see circle. Oh, I know. It's fish.
Yes. Okay. One more. This should be my last one, right?
Okay, yes.
I see elbow. Or square. Oh, I know. It's television.
All right. Whew. That was so stressful. All
So
right.
you get
So
6 drawings.
can you please look at my squirrel? So they thought that, but that was
almost
pretty
like
good.
a beaver.
It does. I don't even know. It almost looks like a U or a car, but I want to show you what's super cool about this. So that's what I thought of when I got that word, okay? So I had to read it. I had to think in my brain what that was, and then I had to think of how I could draw it to portray it so they will guess it correctly. So let's take a look at the squirrel one. If I click on that, it's going to open up here, and it's going to say that they thought that my drawing kind of looked like a squirrel or a swan or a snail, okay? But look at down here. Look at these people.
Wow.
How
That's
awesome
pretty
is that?
good. Yes.
Look, like all these people that they got it right quickly. Look, they drew like a little nut that the squirrel found. Okay, so
Wow.
look, you can look at all these different people and how they drew the same picture as you. So I think
They
that's
look like,
really
yeah.
neat. That you
And they
can
did
kind
it
of
pretty
go in.
fast, right?
Yeah, I mean, all of these were pretty fast. So as you click on them, you can kind of go through and say, oh, well, it thought it was a stove, but look at all these different. You know what I found funny about the TV is that all of us, look at them all, they all drew
They
a
all have that
TV
square.
with antennas.
And then,
And the
oh,
square.
we don't have antennas.
I was just going to say that. Like, I can't remember the last time I saw a TV with antennas, but all of these people drew it like that. How wild is that? Because that's what we thought people would know. That's a TV for sure. If you drew just a big box that was a flat screen TV, they might not have known it. So
No.
it's pretty interesting that you can do that. But I love this. I mean, I get so addicted to this. I just keep going back and playing it again and again and again. So you can always go back and try and play again. But I think that this one and the auto draw that you showed us, I think that they work together, because I think as people are drawing these, Google is kind of looking and saying, oh, that's how they think. You know, I think that must be a squirrel, because I remember when people were drawing that picture, that's what it looked like. So it all works together. But isn't that fun?
I thought that was awesome. And you're right, they're taking all that data and they're putting it back into the computer so that somebody else who draws it, they can see the similar strokes, and so that's how it's probably predicting what that picture is, right?
That's kind of what I think. Yeah, I agree. All right, so let's take a look at one more thing. This is like bonus content, because this isn't even what we were going to show, but as I was exploring Google's AI experiments, I found this and I thought of Miss Johnson, so I want to show this to you. Okay, so this one is called Interplay Mode, and it's about making videos interactive with AI. Okay, so I'm going to, I could just show you this little video probably, because I need to click on it. Sorry. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to type it in up here. I thought that I had it open, but I don't.
But they really need to see this, because this goes beyond the scope of just doodling and sketching. This is what's happening to us in the real world. And this is how we're making connections. So I love this, Ms. Haynes. Okay, so let's see. Now that I brought it up, this should be better now. Okay, so it's showing me here how I can launch the experiment. So I'm going to launch it, because remember, this is just something that Google's trying out. They're playing with it. They're seeing if it works. So look at how cool this is. So here, it's going to actually play a video.
Let's practice writing some Japanese characters.
Okay.
Ki, which is tree in Japanese.
Ki.
Now you try.
All right, so now I have to try to make the same symbol. So I'm learning Japanese. So I would play that, and I'm drawing it. And notice that the video stopped. I did not stop it. The video stopped, and now I'm drawing it. I can submit it, and it tells me if I'm correct or not.
Awesome.
Here's the
Onna,
next one.
which is
So
woman
instead-
in Japanese.
Okay, so this
Now you
is
try.
woman in Japanese, it said. So now I can try this. So I'm going to try my best to draw this. I didn't do as well on that one, but let's see if it accepts it.
Pretty good.
Woohoo! Okay, so I'm learning as I'm going, but I mean,
Sakana, which is fish in Japanese.
Sakana. Sakana.
that's fish.
That's a fish. Miss Hames, they don't look like our alphabet.
Now you
so
try.
we are learning a different language. And what I really like about it is that you're learning to do Japanese character, and you're also learning the language, and you're doing a great job mimicking that.
Yeah, I mean, and I feel like I'm kind of like learning this as I'm kind of going through. So even though I'm drawing, I'm learning Japanese as I go. So I could do this for a while. I could keep playing, but it's just kind of an interesting little thing that you could try as well. So there's a couple other things on here that you can try and kind of check it out. But like I said, just kind of like bonus content, because I just thought it was kind of fun that you could do that. So I think that we could, show you lots of things with Google Drawing and how you could get into that. But I think that we've kind of given them some ideas of ways that they can use some of these tools just to have a little bit of fun with Google's AI. What do you think?
I think this is excellent. And they could journal this and talk about kind of the things they've been doing lately. Whether they're outside, they could draw some things and doodle. I bet they could come up with some great drawings and even compete against their brother or sister or whatever. So I like that quick draw because that's a fun one.
Cool. All right. So I hope that you guys have a chance to get creative and to try out Google Drawings, Google Quick Draw, and Google Interplay Mode. So lots of different things that you can try out. So thank you so much for being with us this summer. We appreciate all of you coming in. We've had a lot of fun. We hope that you've learned a lot as we did this. And we will look for you next time. Make sure you subscribe to our channel just in case we go live again. You might get to see us. So take care and enjoy your summer.
Enjoy your summer. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, Ms. Hames. This has been fun. Hopefully I'll see you soon.
Hopefully I will see you soon.